They know I left to deal with the matters of my family, but do they realize what? My own sister a prostitute, my brother a cruel politician, and my son. Oh, my son. My sister Gertrude is the reason I had been called to Johannesburg in the first place. However, the letter sent by the great Missy Magu simply said that the young woman is very sick. Nowhere did it say that she was morally sick in such a manner. And that day where, in the morning, I rose early, it was yet dark, I prayed my prayer for Missy Mongu. I shook the girl gently awake, opened Gertrude's door, and held up my candle. But Gertrude was gone. The little boy was there. The red dress and the white turban were there. But Gertrude was gone. She was gone, and it was so hard to accept. How is it fair? The sister I cared so much for was now gone. Our brother was little better. The man described to have had the voice by many, including my dear friend, was little more than that, a voice. He spoke solely for what he selfishly believed, and never thought of another. He didn't even bother to consider his nephew and brother as he saved his own son. The progress he loved so much seems to be nothing more than cruelty to most. Alas, Absalom, my son. He was such a sweet, innocent boy once, and after all that time in the city, I finally found him in a prison. I remember it vividly. I take my son's hand in both my own, and the hot tears fall fast upon them. The boy stands unhappy. There is no gladness in his eyes. He twists. The boy makes no answers, as though he may find some hope in this silence. Is it not too late, I beg? Persistently, almost eagerly. Is it not too late? Sadly, it was. In the end, though, he did write his mother and I a sweet letter saying, I am hoping you are all in health, even as I am. They told me this morning there will be no mercy for the thing I have done, so I shall not see you or Ndenchi again. This is a good place. I am locked in, and no one can come and talk to me. The white men do not speak badly to me. There is a priest who comes to see me, a black priest from Pretoria. He is preparing me and speaks well to me. There is no more news here, so I close my letter. I think of you all at Ndenchi, and if I were back there, I should not leave it again. He repented everything. He was sincere, and so I thank God for his goodness. Although this is the hardest challenge I must face, I understand it is not my fault, that my son is not damned, and that all has been well. Your goodness was also evident in the wonderful, incredible people who called me Mfidisi. Their warmth so humbling. Dear Missy Mangu is indeed known as a preacher. It is good for the government, they say in Johannesburg, that Missy Mangu preaches of a world not made by hands, for he touches people at the heart, and sends them marching to heaven. Yet he is despised by some, for this golden voice that could raise a nation speaks always thus. He is so selfless and inspiring. My brotherly love knows no ends. Likewise, my young nephew and the girl are magnificent in bringing me hope and inspiration. Despite their terror, a wonderful child orphaned, a pregnant wife widowed, their hope continues to shine through, even to my wife, who now that we have returned lifts the small boy and kisses him, saying, You are my child, and takes the girl in her arms and says to her, You are my daughter. The girl even confesses to us that while there are no great things here, what we offer is all that she desires. The hardships have been so tough and rough to me, yet here I am surrounded by good graces. The same will happen to these people. I know it. Now here I am, preaching with hope in my heart to spread.